Story. Long time ago, there lived a very sad old woman close to where I was staying in the village called Japa in Delta State, Nigeria. Nene was about 100 years plus, so she was really very old. She happened to be one of the oldest women in our community as at that time. So she was highly respected by children, highly respected by the adults, and even men and women. Everybody so much respect Nene. But Nene does not look happy at any time. She's always appearing sad, always appearing unhappy. So it gives a lot of us, those of us staying close to her, a lot of concern, and we would like to find out why is it that Nene is never happy. What is troubling Nene's heart? And we cannot really tell as children, but thank God we usually have moonlight stories, and then we have opportunities to ask some questions that are bothering us as children, just like we gather every time at the village square to hear stories from the elderly people in the community. So one day I asked this question: Ma, can you tell us why Nene is always sad? Oh, my auntie said, oh, Nene. Nene's story is a very long one, and the reason why she is always sad, when I've done telling you this story, you will know if she is actually right or wrong. Wow, I was curious. I wanted to know. So I said, yes, ma'am. I would like to know why she is always sad. So one day, my auntie told me that Nene used to be married, happily married with her husband, but she only had one child, just one child, and because of the African culture, African nature, the type of men in Africa that believes that children are their gift, their reward, and they believe that the more children you have in those days, it shows your worth. After all, those people that goes into farming and all sort of job to make money believes that the more children they have, the more hands they have to help them, the more their ability to be able to work more and earn more. So no man as at that time really wants to have just one child. But unfortunately, though Nene's husband loved her so much, Nene was only able to have one child, and that child happens to be a female. And according to the African tradition, in those days, female children are not really regarded so much. So having a girl child is like not even having a child at all, because our fathers of in those days don't believe that the female child has the ability to amount to anything reasonable. So unfortunately for Nene has only one child who happens to be a female, and because of that, Nene's husband could no longer love her the way he ought to. So this is Nene's only child. Her name is Alero. That is what the girl children, female children in my village, the first female child of a family is called in my village. Yes, so we have a lot of people that goes by the name Alero, but this is the only child that Nene has, and Alero is in her 70s. Yes, you heard me right. Alero is in her 70s. Okay, so Nene had only Alero, and she could not give birth to further children. She tried all she could in those days. It's not like nowadays where we have the IVF and all sort of methods that could help those people that have not been able to conceive for a very long time to do so. So there was no medical breakthrough as to helping women that are unable to conceive naturally. So Nene was left to her fate. She had just Alero. So because Nene had just Alero, the husband could no longer stay with Nene alone, and the husband decided that he was going to get himself another wife who can at least have more children for him, and if possible give him male child. Terrible. So with all of these happenings in Nene's life, Nene began to feel depressed because these are situations that she could not actually help, and she could not do anything about it. A lot of helps from the villagers to assist Nene. Like we were told, Nene used to be a very pretty woman and loved by so many in the village. So when they saw what she was going through, they were not really happy with the situation, and those that could really help among the villagers did their best to see that she was able to conceive for her husband and bear him another child. Unfortunately, every effort to assist Nene failed. Every effort to assist Nene by the villagers failed, and then Nene was left to her fate, and that was why Nene wasn't so happy. Well, after I was told this story, I felt in my heart that that is not enough reason for Nene to really be this sad, because Nene shows a lot of sad moments, sad attitude that you would just want to think, if this is the only reason, it's not worth it. But then we were told further that Nene has a lot of things that bothers her nowadays, that the moment the husband threw her out of the house was not the moment this sad expression started. In fact, we were told that when Nene's husband left Nene, Nene was able to work, get herself a very good life, just that she did not get married again, but then she had a good life with her daughter, and she was able to provide for her daughter everything that the daughter would need in life. Nene, as we were even told, sponsored the daughter to school. So Nene's daughter became one of the first graduates in our community. Wow, that was a great achievement for Nene, and everybody loved her for that. And presently, Nene's daughter Alero is a teacher. So it shows that Alero is actually educated, and of course, Alero also is married, and she's married with children. Yes, she's married with about 4 children. So Alero is doing very well. And now that Nene has become very old, Nene actually stays with her only daughter Alero and the family. So wow, I thought in my heart, then why is Nene sad? If Nene has been able to get all these achievements in life, even though the husband threw her out of her matrimonial home, thought that that was the end of the journey of life for her, she was able to stand up as a woman, as a single mother, to raise her child and even sponsor the daughter to school. And now God has blessed Nene that even the daughter is working, the daughter is happily married with 4 children. So even the children that Nene couldn't have, her daughter has been able to give to her. So I begin to wonder in my heart, why is Nene still sad? So what brought about this sadness? Well, our auntie told us during the moonlight story time that there is a major reason why Nene is presently sad. That this wasn't the way Nene usually look. That Nene used to be a very happy woman. While she was growing up, she saw Nene always happy, smiling, pretty. Said this sadness started few years ago, and she promised to tell us the reason why Nene has been so sad in our next moonlight story. Ah, we couldn't wait. We just couldn't wait. We want to know. We want to know why is Nene sad. Just tell us right now. Tell us right now. That was just our mindset. Tell us now, now, now. In short, finish the story. We want to know. Ah, and our auntie said it's dark. It's dark already, so we have to go home. So we will meet in our next moonlight story, which is going to be on the next day. So we look forward to the next day. We just look forward to the next day. We were so much in a hurry for the next day to just come already. We just want the next day to come already because our ears are itching and we just want to know why Nene is sad. I guess you also want to know why Nene is always sad. So you stay tuned to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and in our next moonlight story you will get to know the real reason why Nene was always sad. I'll see you in the second part of this story. Bye.